Hi, this is T-Shirts and Blazers, and this is our first installment to our blog. Now, the concept behind T-Shirts and Blazers is that we want to create a blog that everyone can relate to across every single spectrum, whether you're in politics or whether you're just doing something in the arts, such as hip-hop or just painting or, whatever your craft is. So something from high class to, the average person, because anybody can wear a T-shirt. But once you put on a blazer, you're high class.
Right.
So that's the concept behind this blog. So the first topic we want to discuss is, should couples tell each other everything?
Should couples tell each other everything? No.
No?
I don't think so. I don't think couples should tell.
Why?
Well, there's certain things that you have to keep for yourself. Like, everyone is allowed their, share of secrets, I guess. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My whole concept, concept is that, or I guess the most important thing I think to keep in mind is that, if it's a secret that could possibly, dent the relationship, then I think it's important that, that you speak on it. You know what I mean? You at least let the person know that there's an issue.
Yeah.
Now the question comes up, I guess, is like, well, what if it's an issue that, your partner can't help you out with?
Okay. Now, with that, there was an episode of Tyra that I watched, and basically, it brings that up.
Right.
Like, of what information can hurt a relationship, and whether it's the giving of whether it's the giving of that information or holding it back.
Right.
And basically, on the Tyra show, this married couple, this guy had found his wife's diary while he was doing laundry. He was putting laundry away, and he found her diary, and he said he could not stop reading.
Mm-hmm.
And she was sitting there distraught. She was upset, crying, shaking, and basically she felt like he violated her privacy, because he read this diary and found out she's a lesbian. Okay. So, yeah. So he was reading about the experiences she had and encounters she had and how she felt about certain females and whatever. And he said he couldn't stop reading. But I felt that he could have stopped. He had a choice that
Definitely.
he could continue to read or start reading. I felt he could have stopped.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because that's information that she couldn't go to him about.
Right.
She couldn't go to her girlfriends about. She couldn't do anything about except go to her diary and talk to her diary about it. And he violated that.
Right.
I mean, imagine how do you think he would have felt if he went to his boys or whatever, he's taking on his boys, and he was saying something that he couldn't go to his wife about, and she actually, found out this information from one of his guy friends. He would be upset too.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
And he did that to her. And
right.
I felt like if you really love her and trust her, and believe that she's for you, you're married,
right.
believe that she supports you and she's for you and everything, then stop reading and, just know that, okay, this is hard for her to come to me about.
Right.
Let me wait till she gets home and
not
confront her.
Right. But
but approach her on it and
a simple conversation. Not a simple conversation, but just a conversation, a dialogue about what was going on. That's very important. Like we said, to keep communication open. It's very, very important. Now I guess like the issue was, he felt that he was being lied to.
Right.
So.
Because he said those exact words because he was very religious. He was in the church, and he felt he was being lied to, and that the marriage was sort of a lie, that she didn't want to be married. Because he just said that. He said, "Well, clearly from this diary, clearly you don't want to be married."
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, that's not.
I felt that was an excuse for him.
In what way?
Because I think sometimes, this brings up another issue, but I think sometimes couples may say things not because they feel that on the other person's part that they don't want to be in a relationship, but they need something to blame it on to give them a reason to get out of it.
I agree with that.
Right.
I agree with that. Yeah. Right. So he did. I mean, he did that. You know, well, he stated, you know, he was being lied to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, which is the case, yes. But you know, she felt that she couldn't come to him. You know, she felt that he couldn't help her, maybe, or understand, or you know, she probably felt that he wouldn't understand clearly, because that's why she used the diary as an outlet. So you're allowed to have your outlets. You know, your outlets could be your best friend. Your outlet could be your diary or your journal. It could be, you know, some hybrid being that you believe in. You know what I mean? Like someone that you trust.
Right. And the thing about those examples of outlets is that, you know, sometimes you can go to your friends and you just want to pour out to them, not necessarily get feedback. You know, and that's what it was with her diary.
Right.
Because sometimes you don't want that negativity towards you. You just need to let it out, put it there, and walk away and continue on with your life so that it won't constantly get in the way or battle your thoughts. And like you could focus.
Yeah, and I mean, as we spoke about earlier, like, I mean, you said that, or we agreed that the diary is a way. I mean, you know, the diary can't talk back. You know what I mean? It's just, it's like almost like, you know, a storage container, like where you just store all your mess, all your problems. You know what I mean? You could do that. That's the purpose. And you know, it's not hurting anyone. You know what I mean? Because it's a book. You know, it's not. You know.
But he decided to take it and read it and let it hurt the relationship.
Right. And yeah. So they were on. Tyra thinks so. But what did happen though with the relationship?
Well, like, they decided to like work it out, seek counseling, and stay together because she really did love him. She really did. I mean, I don't think that she didn't want to be married or anything. I think that she really did love him, and they were willing to work it out. I mean, hope that they're still together, you know, and that they're still in love. And best of luck to them for their future. But yeah, I think for some couples that works, telling each other everything, you know, because they like being checked on, like, oh, where are you right now, or you know, being checked on every hour or so. Some couples like that, like, oh, he checks on me, but
I don't like that.
Me neither.
We don't like that.
Don't check on me like that. Like, you're supposed to be at work.
Right.
You told me you'd be at work. Where are you right now? Like,
and that's, you know,
you're looking for something.
Right, insecurities as well. Clear insecurities. That's a whole other topic. But
we just did 2 other topics in this one.
Yeah, you just, you know, as long, I mean, again, as we keep saying, just keep the communication open. That's very, very, very important.
Communication is important because even if you can't talk about it with your partner or whoever it may be, even if it's something that you can't express to your mom or your brother or sister or anyone or your friend, you know, at least let them know, listen, this is something that's hard to me to express to you, but hopefully in time that I can at a point. You know, just let them know that it's hard to express or that you can't talk about it. And so at least they know so that they won't feel that you're hiding something from them. You know, like if
and I guess also on that person's end, the person expressing that to you, you know, I guess some people would say, oh, well, why can't you tell me? But you have to, like, you know, I guess you have to put yourself in their shoes. Like, you know, there's always, I'm sure there was a time in everyone's life where, you know, they probably had no one to turn to. Like, they couldn't really express how they felt. So, at least by letting them know and acknowledging that there is an issue, the most important thing is that they did say that, you know, in time, in due time, you know what I mean? You know, just support them, being very supportive towards them. That's most important.
Yeah. So, you know, just to, you know, reiterate, you know, it works for some couples, but overall, I don't think that couples should tell each other everything. Because I think that keeps the relationship sort of fresh and new as well.
It does.
You know, because it's not something that, you're not a total open book. And there's nothing that could be sort of thrown in a person's face to sort of damage them in a way.
And I guess
you know, you constantly want to see your other person in a positive light. You don't want to damage that image of them. You know, you want to look back on your relationship and, you know, remember how perfect things were, you know. So I think I think that it keeps the relationship.
हमारा सुकून बेमज़ा